Hi.
It's going to be a pretty emotional day, but special day is what he would have liked. Love the water, everything about the water.
You've got a good model then.
Doing a memorial paddle out to celebrate the life of our beautiful Dave Flockart.
It's a privilege to be here on this perfect day to pay tribute to an outstanding young man.
Worn my best hat. I'm sure Dave would have found another 5 years wearing this one, and my 30-year-old shorts.
Dave and I go back, way back to the the peregrine.
30 plus years.
Yep. Training and surfing and paddling and riding and everything that Flock did. And we're here just to paddle out and have a bit of fun. Dave time, have a bit of Dave time.
And I was part of the Elwood Triangle with the old Dave. He lived the next street to us, and we had a lot of fun growing up in our heyday.
He was always well behaved. He just surrounded himself with people that weren't so well
We're
behaved.
debauched.
Get on our paddle boards and surf skis and surfboards and paddle out and form a circle in the Hawaiian tradition.
A sad but a beautiful day. We miss him dearly.
I'm actually quite happy. The weather's turned out perfect, no wind, nice and hot, and we're getting a lot of numbers down here, which is really touching to see. It's shaping up to be a really nice paddle out and really nice ceremony for Dave. So yeah, feeling good at the moment. Sorry.
Today means a lot. Dave was a truly wonderful human being, and very privileged to be here and be a part of it.
Our family have had an association with the Flockarts for 57 years.
We were just always on the bikes or out on the water or sailing.
An amazing start to the day. We had a surf at St Andrews. We don't know this side of the coast, but Dave was with us in the water today when we surfed, and we got some great waves. The sun was on our back and it was warm, and it was one of those days that you don't forget. It was a beautiful morning, and a few guys out, so we were thrilled to have a wave with Dave on his side of the coast.
Yeah, it's just an honour to be down here today, reflecting on the life of Dave Flockart. Johnny and I spent, in particular, the last couple of years, we'd be spending 3 to 5 days a week with Dave, paddling in the bay. Some great memories, and very happy to be down here today, celebrating his life with everybody.
And when the kids are out there, he'll be there with them, so that's nice.
It's an honour to be here to pay our respects to Dave. He was such an awesome waterman, surf, paddle, windsurf, kite surf. And when he did it, he just shared the stoke with everyone. So hope we get a bit of that stoke happening today. So great to be here for Dave.
Friends and family have come down to show their support for Dave, because he was a lovely man. Everyone loved him, everyone's here to show their support.
They're the lads.
Yeah, we're Charlie's best mates.
They're the boys' mates. The one in a million, these guys.
Good.
One of those people you always wanted to be around. Beautiful, relaxed, funny. Just earthy, yeah. Everyone loved him, including myself. Yeah, so I've known him for about 25 years through Haileybury and then through the surf club, and now my daughter grew up with his sons. So yeah, big connection with the family, and I'm just happy everyone's turned up for such a beautiful day.
I love a paddle out. I reckon this captures the aloha spirit of Dave Flockart, and I just love looking at all the boards and skis and the different representations of his life and his family's life.
Thank you so much.
Aloha.
Joined the surf club with him. He's in our patrol, the Massacres patrol, for 20 odd years. He's actually our best patrol person twice, more than anyone in the 20 years he's in the patrol.
Dave being such a waterman, this is sort of his home, his spiritual home, and to have all his best mates and family and friends down for this occasion is just fantastic. It's a beautiful day for it.
He paddled skis, he's a surfer, he's a sailor, swimmer,
kiteboarder,
whatever.
yeah. Anything to do with water and wind.
Yeah, and he's an expert in every area of it.
Today is a paddle out for Dave Flockart, a fantastic mate of all of ours here and heaps of others, and he loved this place, loved this water. A memory of the person in the place that they love.
Paddle out for the mighty Dave Flockart and my trusty pink proboscis, which is the board that I would always surf with Dave and the boys, Nick and Charlie. I surfed with the kids since they were first on foamies. And so yeah, looking forward just to getting the group together. Got a good turnout by the look of it.
Here today for a memorial paddle for Dave Flock.
Celebrate the life of Dave, and it's so good to see how many people are here at the moment, and just from all ages as well. Great day for it. It's almost just like symbolises everything, and yeah, great to support the family.
I've never been a part of a paddle out memorial, so I'm really keen to get in the water and see everyone in a big circle. I reckon it's going to be sick.
We're friends with their sons, Charlie and Nick, and so we're just here to support them and the rest of the family and show our support for them.
Well, we've known Flock for a long time through the surf club, and in honouring him today, we decided to bring something I think he'd be very proud of. So I think we've got a 25-year-old board that I found underneath the house this morning.
Dug the scorpion board. That was a live scorpion at one point. Found it in the bunk room about 30 odd years ago, and they trapped it, and then when it died they cut a hole in the front and put the scorpion in the resin. This board would be 35 plus years old. I found it under Mark Pizzi's house, and Dave was there when the scorpion was laid in the board.
Paddle in peace and be your best. Definitely a Dave Flockart message. I think it's about the way that he brought people together, and look at them all. It's just fantastic. So yeah, we all recognise what a man he was, and I think there's a little bit of him in all of us now. He was a great leader, a great friend, and a great paddler.
Yeah, what a fantastic day for a fantastic man. Anyway, hope everyone has a great day. Long live the River Rats. Started with Dave, so we'll be thinking of him in the next couple of hours. So have a great day.
It's just a big get together, all sort of gather for celebrate Flocky's past and who he is and what a wonderful guy he was and great memories, and this is what it's all about, just cherishing some of those special moments that each one of us had.
We're having a bit of a paddle out, and we're collecting people from all different generations and different craft, about to go and tackle the sprinkling of the ashes. So sad day, but a great day celebrating a life.
We're here to remember and reflect and enjoy our mateship just like Dave would have wanted us to.
Perfect conditions for Flock. He would have loved this. Great to see so many people here. Couldn't have asked better. Yesterday was crap with the northerly. Someone up there smiling, I reckon. So looking forward to it.
You'll need to. There's a couple of novices here, so we're going to need to actually invoke a bit of skill from him. But very exciting to be out there.
Pleasure to be here.
It is a pleasure to be here, and you're right, Perko. It's a great day for him, and we're just great. Here to honour him. He's a great man, and what a crowd he pulls. So all the best, mate.
Well, I reckon it's good that everyone's come out. There's a massive crowd. It's it's really, really, really good. Yeah. I don't know what else to say, really.
Yeah.
These are Richies, Ollie, Felix, and Max.
Yeah, good close mates of
great
the
mates.
Flocks.
And we're always surfing, so yeah.
So we've just got some Moona flowers here. We'll paddle out the back with the flowers behind our ear, and then during the ceremony we'll throw them into the ocean.
We're just really pleased to be here to remember our great friend Dave and to continue to support the family and keep that memory of him alive.
Love David very much and love Susan, Nick and Charlie, and it's lovely to be here with all family and friends to celebrate and to honour and to remember such a beautiful friend.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a special day to get everyone down here, celebrate his life. I think it will mean a lot to him and his family as well.
Well, what a wonderful Flockart experience this is all going to be. It's just
typical of the Flockart. It's just perfect in every way, even turned on the weather. It'll be a sad day, but it'll put closure to it all.
The Flockart family and their extended family, if you look around here, there's just so many people. It's wonderful to see. It's the culmination of quite a long time, a couple of years of very tough times for the family and friends. So I think lovely sunny day, some wonderful people here, and a great way to be remembered.
Oh, just so happy to be here with everyone, and we love and miss Dave, and just happy to be part of it.
Beautiful day. Look at it, shining.
Look at everybody, love and I don't know.
Yeah. And what a legacy.
I mean, what an amazing turnout. It just sums it all up, really, doesn't it? Amazing. We all paddled for Dave over at the Doctor last year, which was amazing, and then to follow it up with this is it's good to keep the legacy going for sure. Well, he did save my butt once on this very shoreline down here,
Really?
downwinder.
Firstly, welcome everyone to what's a pretty special day. I just want to explain how this day came about. When Dave was quite ill, there was a few guys went to see him in the hospital, and they were having a chat about all sorts of things. A few of his mates from paddling and the surf club, and Simon Trainer actually raised the subject of a traditional paddle out. And Dave, I mean, it was a pretty difficult conversation, obviously, but he felt it might be a nice idea. We raised it with the family, and here we are today. And looking around here, it's pretty special to see so many people on, a variety of craft, whether they're surf life-saving equipment, ocean skis, males, and I think a few people swimming and stand-up paddleboards. It's incredible. It's obviously a bit on from when we had the funeral, and we had a couple of reasons there. Is that the water's a bit warmer now, and also Susan, Jason, my sister and brother-in-law have arrived from America to be here, which is the most important thing for us. The tradition of a Hawaiian, or a paddle out, sort of based back into the Hawaiian days, and it's sort of aimed at honouring someone that they cherish. And as they arrive at a select location, surfers join hands, form a human circle, say a few words, splash the water, and then present the ashes to the water. The circle aims to represent the way the ocean can bring people together. One part of this ceremony also claims that only those whose spirit animal, which was a dolphin, a whale or a fish, would be deposited into the ocean, which is pretty symbolic considering how many times Dave would see dolphins when we're out paddling out here in the bay or surfing at Byron Bay. And one of the reasons we wanted to do this was that Dave was heavily connected to the water. I think the whole life he was where we lived in Beaumaris, our beach house at Summers, his house at Elwood, and then the family home at Sandringham, and of course the little beach shack here at Blairgowrie. He was always within 500 metres of the water. And along the way, the water continued to be part of his life. His first job out of school was running the sports activity at Hamilton Island, running the river rafting operations at Peregrine Adventures, which he did for many years. And then of course his recreational activities, again, centred around the bay and the ocean, from early days as a sea scout through to sailing dinghies at Summers, windsurfing locally and around the world, triathlon, kite surfing, multi-sport racing, kayak training and racing on the Yarra River, surf lifesaving, standing on the beach at Porty, which hopefully most of you will come back later on this afternoon and witness that amazing beach down there. Surfing, every year the family would go to Byron Bay for 3 or 4 weeks, and he would be in the water every single day. And most recently ocean ski paddling, which a lot of you will see these boats out here today. And just bring it back to only the last couple of days, the full contrast of what the ocean can provide. I was lucky enough to be here yesterday and went out with Charlie and a few of the boys for a paddle, and it wasn't like this. It was onshore, about 10 or 15 knots, ugly water. The water hits the back concrete wall out there and forms a very big washing machine. And as we were paddling out, Charlie said to me, he goes, "These are Dave's conditions." He loved this. A lot of guys would be get back in the car and go home to bed, but Dave would be out there. He'd relish in the hard conditions. And then today, Nick and Charlie and about 15 or 20 of their mates got up nice and early and went for a surf. It was glassy offshore conditions. Again, Dave would be just smiling, knowing that his boys are doing what they loved and what he loved. I've made the font really large, so that's why there's so many pages. Dave was one of the gifted athletes that understood the way the water worked, the way the wind works on the water and how it creates waves. It helped him become an elite windsurfer and yachtsman, winning multiple state titles and national titles. I recently watched a documentary on the 1983 America's Cup when Australia 2 obviously won that amazing series. John Burchin, the skipper of Australia 2, claimed to have had a gift that enabled him to see the wind shifts before others. And Dave too had a similar gift. In this most recent sport of ski paddling, the gift we all yearn for is reading the water and the waves when we're doing a downwind paddle, how they connect. And the trick is to get to spot to A to B in as little paddle strokes as you can, using the beauty of the water and the way the waves connect. Again, Dave was one of those rare ones that picked it up really quickly, and would go out in all sorts of conditions and he'd just dip away from people. That's really it for me. I wanted to keep it pretty short. It's an awesome site. I just want to quickly hand over to Matty Marn, the president of the Portsea Surf Lifesaving Club, who first met Dave nearly 30 years ago when he joined the surf club. And Matty just wants to say a couple of quick words and make a little announcement.
Thanks, Pete. Great memories and great words. Just amazing. Yeah, as Pete said, I was lucky enough to stumble across Pete and Dave within a couple of weeks of them joining the Portsea Surf Club. They're both keen kayak paddlers, and we ended up in a squad together in the city. And spent a lot of time together on the river and on the beaches with the boys, and you know, how lucky am I? I just want to tell a little story about some things that happened in 2021. As a group of us have got a tradition of going down to Lorne to paddle the Masters that Dwighty and others have led for many years, and it's one of the great weekends. And anyway, so on this particular day in 2021, Dave was up and about, and we went down, paddled in a ski team, I think with Charlie, picked up some bling, probably the gold, I'm sure, wasn't it, Charlie? It have to have been. Yeah, Dave and I then paddled in a double, in fact in this double, which was fresh out of the plastic, first time it had been paddled, and we picked up a silver in that, and yeah, and then after the day, we had a great day, lots of laughs, a few beers, mandatory bowl of fries on the deck of the Lawn Surf Club, and anyhow, the next morning the email went ping, and there's an email landed in my inbox, and it's titled The Pursuit of Happiness, and I just want to share it. To Henry, Ockie, Dwight, Lyndall, Whippy, Anthony, Matt, Charlie, Camo and Annabelle. Thank you to the team who travelled to Lorne for Masters on Saturday the 6th of Feb 2021. It was a complete joy for me to be with you all, and this day was one of the most enjoyable I've had in the last 12 months. The sun was shining, the surf was gentle, and I think Lorne is one of the most beautiful coastal towns that I've ever visited. There is also my story of the last 12 months. I competed in the Masters last year, which was 2020. Then 6 days later went into hospital to discover I had stage 3 bowel cancer. By the following Tuesday I was meeting with a surgeon, and after a significant operation I had 6 months of chemo. The treatment continued until the 1st of October. 8 months of challenging times. I competed today full of energy and spirit, and as I write this note to you I feel fantastic and am clearly on a high for the day. Certainly physically, I feel completely recovered, and writing to you helps me heal emotionally. As I found out last year, you never know what's around the corner. And if and when things change, you also don't know how things will work out. One of the things that I came up with last year that has helped me a lot is to try and live my life deliberately. To make a good choice and enjoy the things that I'm doing. Another is to nurture and celebrate your friends and relationships. And that was a big part of my enjoyment today. And I know he'd be so proud of the group of mates that are here and family and friends that are here today. He continues, 2 of my highlights for the day being the handler for Whippy in the Ironman for the 70 to 74 year category. A gentleman who just gets it done. And then watching Camo, who was clearly the winner, being carried to the line for the gold medal by the 2nd and 3rd place competitors. Magnificent sportsmanship and a great example of the camaraderie of surf lifesaving. And for those that don't know, Camo shredded his calf or Achilles coming out of the water, leading the iron, and had to be carried up across the finish line and wheeled off the beach. The other reason to write to you is to remind you to check up and look after your own health. As we're all at Masters, we're at an age where health issues can develop. Bowel cancer is the 2nd biggest cancer killer in Australia behind lung cancer. However, 99% of people fully recover as long as you can catch it early. In my instance, the free government screening test that comes in the mail alerted me to a serious problem. And that's been so successful, it's now sent to all Australians over 50 every 2 years rather than every 5 years. I'm very happy to share this story as it may help you or one of your friends. If you want any more information or to talk, please give me a call. Look after yourself and always check in on your friends. And maybe you can join me on the beach in 20 years. I'm hoping I can line up for the Ironman at 74. Flock. So, obviously, he won't physically be with us at 74, but I know the group of us that will be there in 20 years' time or 19 years' time will think of our mate Dave. So after that day, I got on the phone and rang him on the Monday and said, hey, that was so much fun. You're so pumped. Why don't you come to Aussies? And I said, it'll be great. It'll be easy. We can stay with Spotty, who'd just moved up and was up on the Sunshine Coast at Alexandra Headlands. And anyway, to his credit and the family's credit, he said, yeah, stuff it. Let's roll it in. And he travelled up, and we had the most amazing couple of days with a great group of mates, many of whom are here today. And I've got one endearing memory of it, other than the performances. He had a high. I think made the final of the double, finished 5th, beat a couple of Julian Norton-Smith, who some of you know is an Australian rep, who was on the line beside us, and just had a ripping week. But on the last day, we were walking from Maroochydore to Mooloolaba to watch some of our mates in the beach sprint, and we got to Alexandra Headlands Lifesaving Club, and Dave said, let's just stop in here and have a beer and just enjoy the moment. And so we sat down, bowl of chips, maybe half a dozen Coronas later, telling stories. On the table beside us was Grant Kenny and Martin Kenny and a bunch of the Alex guys doing exactly the same. And Dave knew it was time to move on to Mooloolaba to watch Henry and the boys. And he just leaned forward and he said, just do us a favour. He said, take your camera out, take a photo of us both, and let's send it to our wives. This is just so good. It's got to be cherished. We need everyone to know how much fun we're all having. And that was Dave. He just wanted everybody to have a fun time and live life, celebrate the friendships, love the people around them, and I think that's why we all loved him so much, and that's clearly why there's so much love here today for Sue and the boys in particular, and the extended family. And when a few of us were chatting about things that we could do to remember Dave, we thought it was highly appropriate that that double ski that I talked about would be named in his honour. And so I'm going to ask Sue if she'll come up and gently break a bottle of champagne over the nose, and we'll all remember Dave every time this is on the beach.
together now. So that's the formal part of the day over. What we invite you now to do is gradually sort of work your way out on your craft. We only need to go about 50 metres, just here on the right-hand side of the pier. Form a large circle, maybe 2 or 3 deep, because there is quite a few people here, obviously. And then the family will come out last and proceed to go into the middle of the circle. So if we can form a big circle, obviously hold hands, keep the group together, and then we can do that formal part of the procedure on the water. And then after that, we're going back to the Portsea Surf Club. The bar will be open and the cafe will be open. Hope to see you there. Thank you.